Ladies and gentlemen, life, destiny and karma, three words that hold profound significance in our journey. These are not just abstract concepts, they are forces that shape our existence. Life as we know it is both a gift and a mystery. Destiny is often seen as a predestined path, but there is another truth: karma, the unseen force, is what drives it all. So how do these concepts intertwine? What role do we play in this cosmic game? We often ask ourselves, why do things happen the way they do? It feels like a constant unfolding, as if we are simply actors on a stage playing roles we never chose. But in truth, we are not mere puppets of fate. The energy we put into the world, the choices we make, our intentions and our actions form the very fabric of our destiny. Now let us reflect on this a little deeper. We must realize that life is not something that just happens to us, it is something we create through our choices. The conditions of our lives, whether good or bad, are the result of a long chain of actions, consequences and reactions, all tied to the principle of karma. Karma is not a system of rewards or punishments, it is a law of cause and effect. Whatever you sow, you shall reap. Every thought, every action, no matter how small, sends ripples into the universe. These ripples create patterns, and these patterns guide the direction of your life. It's not about whether the universe is fair or unfair, it's about understanding that the universe is simply reflecting back what we've put into it. Life is a reflection of the choices we make. Sometimes we may feel trapped by circumstances, but these circumstances too are the product of past actions. If you find yourself in difficult situations, know that it is the result of past karma. But here's the beauty of it, you are not bound to your past. Every moment offers you the chance to change. Every thought, every action, every decision you make now will shape your future, and it will alter the course of your destiny. Destiny is not a destination but a continuous unfolding. It's like a river, it keeps flowing, but the path it takes depends on the obstacles in its way and the choices it makes to overcome them. You are the river, and your choices are the stones that shape your course. As you clear your mind, as you choose consciously, your destiny becomes clearer and more aligned with the truth of who you really are. In this moment, reflect, are you the creator of your destiny or are you simply an observer? The answer lies in your action, your awareness and your understanding of how deeply interconnected you are with the universe. The magic of life lies in realizing that what you do today will echo into tomorrow, shaping the story of your future. This is the essence of karma, not something you are punished by, but something you are deeply involved with moment by moment. We are not at the mercy of life. We are in fact the authors of it. Through our actions, through our intentions, we hold the power to craft a life that is meaningful, harmonious and aligned with the greater flow of the universe. Let's take a moment and think, what kind of karma are we creating today? And how can we use this power wisely to shape a future that we desire? The choice is ours. Life is often seen as a journey with a set path, but in reality, life is a creation, something we are actively shaping moment by moment through the choices we make. The events and circumstances that come our way are not merely random occurrences, but reflections of the energy we put into the world. Every thought, every word and every action we take plants seeds that grow into the reality we experience. It is easy to believe that life is happening to us, that we are simply passengers on this ride, subject to external forces and uncontrollable circumstances. But when we step back and look deeper, we realize that we are the ones who are creating the life we lead. Our decisions, small and large, are continuously sculpting the conditions of our lives. We may not always understand why things are the way they are, but if we truly observe, we'll see that the patterns of our lives reflect the actions, choices and patterns we have set in motion in the past. This means that life is not an external force we are subject to, but an internal process in which we are deeply involved. We are the artists of our own canvas. The experiences we encounter are often shaped by how we respond to them and how we engage with the world. If we are not happy with the outcomes of our lives, we must ask ourselves what seeds we have planted and whether they reflect who we truly are, or if we've been living unconsciously, allowing outside forces to dictate our path. This understanding gives us a great deal of power because it means we can take charge. We can choose to be aware of the energy we're emitting into the world. We can choose our thoughts, our words, and our actions with intention. Each of these choices adds to the creation of our life. It might be a gradual process, but slowly, the seeds of our present actions begin to grow into our future reality. What we plan now will bloom in the future, whether that be peace, fulfillment, success, or dissatisfaction. In this way, life is not just something we experience passively. Life is something we actively create. And the more consciously we engage with it, the more aligned we can become with what we truly desire. It's an ongoing, dynamic process that asks us to be aware, to choose thoughtfully, and to remember that we are not simply living in the world but co-creating it with every thought, word, and action. We are not merely recipients of life's experiences, we are its creators. Destiny is often perceived as a fixed, unchangeable future, a destination that awaits us regardless of the choices we make. However, this view limits the potential of our life's journey. In truth, destiny is not a singular point on a timeline but an ongoing process, constantly evolving in response to the choices, actions, and intentions we carry forward. It is not a preordained script that we follow blindly. It is an unfolding story, shaped by how we engage with the present moment and the trajectory we create through our actions. Each day we make countless decisions, both conscious and unconscious. These decisions shape the course of our lives, contributing to a larger pattern. Destiny is the sum of these actions and the energy we invest into the world. It's a dynamic, living process, fluid and adaptable, not a rigid path, but a river flowing through time, moving in the direction we guide it, while being influenced by the choices we make and the external forces we encounter along the way. We often find ourselves questioning why certain events happen, feeling as though we are simply victims of circumstance. But if we take a step back, we begin to understand that these events are not arbitrary. They are the result of choices, sometimes made long ago, that set the course for what we face now. Even in the most challenging times, there are lessons embedded in our circumstances, lessons that will shape our future if we choose to learn from them. Destiny, therefore, is not an isolated point, but a continual unfolding, like a plant growing from the seed of our past actions. The choices we make today ripple through time and determine the path ahead. What we are experiencing in the present is merely a reflection of past decisions. But it is essential to remember that we still have the ability to influence the direction of our future. Every moment offers a new opportunity to make a different choice, to redirect the flow, to change the course of the river. It is in the present that we have the greatest power, for what we do now will ultimately shape the destiny that unfolds tomorrow. The process of destiny also involves understanding that there is no single fixed outcome that we must reach. There are many possible futures depending on the choices we make. The beauty of this process is that it is not predestined or determined by a force outside of us. It is the result of how we engage with life. Our actions, fueled by our intentions, carve out the path that we walk, and as we continue to make choices, we refine and reshape that path, carving out new possibilities, new directions, and new futures. As we walk through life, we must remember that destiny is not something to be feared or resigned to, it is something to be created. It is the product of our engagement with the present, of our choices and responses, of how we meet the world with awareness and purpose. Destiny as a process is continually in motion, and the key lies in our ability to guide it consciously, to steer it toward the outcomes that align with our highest potential. In this sense, we are not passive travelers waiting for our destiny to unfold. We are active participants, shaping it every day with every step we take. Karma is a concept often misunderstood as a system of rewards or punishments, but in its truest form, karma is simply the law of cause and effect. It is a natural principle, as fundamental as gravity, that governs the entire universe. Every thought, every word, every action we take creates an impact whether we are aware of it or not. These impacts ripple outward, setting in motion consequences that shape our experiences. Just as a stone thrown into a pond creates ripples, our actions reverberate through the fabric of life, affecting not only us but also the people and circumstances around us. Every moment of our lives is filled with choices. Even the smallest decisions can have a profound impact. It may seem like some of these actions go unnoticed, but nothing truly goes unnoticed in the realm of karma. Every intention, every feeling and every action is a seed planted in the soil of the universe. Some seeds take time to sprout, others may grow quickly, but all of them eventually produce their own unique fruits. What we experience in our lives today is the result of past actions, and what we choose to do now will determine the shape of our future. Karma operates on a level that transcends our personal lives. It is not just about individual actions, but about the interconnectedness of all beings. When we engage in harmful actions, whether through words, thoughts, or deeds, those actions create a web of consequences that affect not just ourselves but others as well. Similarly, when we engage in acts of kindness, compassion and love, we contribute to a positive energy that ripples out into the world, touching lives in ways we may never fully understand. The principle of karma reveals a profound truth: we are not separate from the world around us. Our actions are intimately connected to the people and the environment we interact with. The energy we put into the world will inevitably return to us, for everything is interconnected. This is why karma is often referred to as the law of the universe. It is the force that ensures balance, order and harmony in the world, bringing everything back into alignment according to the energy we ourselves create. Karma also teaches us that nothing is purely random. If we experience hardship, if we face challenges, it is not necessarily because we are being punished, it is the consequence of previous actions or decisions. Similarly, moments of joy and success are the result of positive actions, choices and intentions from our past. Understanding karma allows us to see that our lives are not governed by chance or fate, but by a chain of actions and reactions that stretch back into the past and forward into the future. However, karma is not a static concept. It is dynamic, fluid and always evolving. The beauty of karma lies in its potential for transformation. Even if we have sown negative seeds in the past, we are not doomed to live with their consequences forever. With awareness, with conscious effort, and with deliberate action, we can change the course of our karma. By choosing to act with kindness, integrity and compassion, we begin to shift the patterns of cause and effect in our favor, planting new seeds for a more positive future. One of the most important aspects of karma is the understanding that it operates without judgment. The universe does not judge our actions, it simply responds to them. If we act with love, the world responds with love. If we act with fear or anger, the world will return to us those energies in some form. The key is not to view karma as a system of punishment, but to see it as a reflection of the energy we bring into the world. It is not about rewards or penalties, it is about balance, cause and effect. When we accept the reality of karma, we begin to realize that we are the architects of our own experiences. Our actions are not isolated incidents, they are part of a larger, interconnected system that shapes the course of our lives. Every moment we live is an opportunity to plant a seed that will grow into the life we desire. And if we can learn to act with conscious awareness, to choose with mindfulness, we can create a life filled with peace, joy and fulfillment. Because we are actively creating the energy that returns to us. The power of choice is one of the most fundamental aspects of the human experience. It is the ability to decide, to direct, to shape the course of our lives in every moment. While we may not have control over every circumstance we encounter, we always have control over how we respond to them. The choices we make, small or large, hold immense power, for they determine not only the trajectory of our personal lives, but also how we interact with the world around us. The ability to choose is a gift that gives us the power to shape our destiny moment by moment. At every juncture of life, we are presented with choices. Some are obvious: what path to take in a career, whom to befriend, what to do in a given situation. Others are less apparent, such as how to respond emotionally to a challenge or whether we choose to act with compassion, understanding or anger. Each of these decisions, no matter how seemingly insignificant, contributes to the unfolding of our lives. What we choose today is building the foundation for what we experience tomorrow. Choices, in their most essential form, are a reflection of our values, our beliefs, and our state of consciousness. The way we choose reveals much about who we are in a given moment, and it also shapes who we become. When we act in alignment with our higher values, with awareness and intention, we build a life that reflects these ideals. On the other hand, when our choices are driven by unconscious impulses, fear, or external pressures, we may find ourselves trapped in patterns that no longer serve our growth or happiness. This power of choice is not limited to the external actions we take. It extends to our inner world as well. We have the ability to choose our thoughts, our emotional responses, and the way we interpret the world around us. If we choose to see every challenge as an opportunity for growth, every setback as a lesson, we begin to shift our experience of reality. Similarly, when we choose to respond to others with kindness and understanding, we create a ripple effect that not only transforms our own life, but impacts the lives of those around us. Choice also gives us the freedom to let go of the past. Often we are weighed down by previous experiences, guilt, regret, or resentment. But the power of choice allows us to step beyond these attachments. We can choose to release what no longer serves us, to forgive ourselves and others, and to embrace a new path. The present moment offers a new opportunity to choose how we want to engage with the world. It is not the past that defines us, but the choices we make right now that shape our future. Our choices also empower us to change the way we relate to others. How we treat the people in our lives, our families, our friends, our colleagues, has a profound impact on the quality of our relationships. Every action, every word we speak carries with it an energy that either nurtures or diminishes connection. The power of choice lies in the realization that we can choose to be compassionate, patient, and understanding, even in difficult circumstances. These choices foster stronger, healthier relationships and contribute to a more harmonious world. The recognition of our power of choice also brings a sense of responsibility. If we are the ones creating our reality through the decisions we make, then we must take responsibility for those decisions. This doesn't mean blaming ourselves for every hardship or misfortune, but rather acknowledging that we have the ability to change the course of our lives through conscious, deliberate choices. When we own this responsibility, we stop seeing ourselves as victims of fate and begin to recognize the immense power we hold in shaping our experiences. Choice is not just about action, it's about intention. When we act with intention, when we make choices consciously, we step into alignment with our true self. We no longer drift through life, reacting to external circumstances and allowing the world to shape us. Instead, we become active participants in the creation of our lives, using our choices to design a future that reflects our values, our purpose, and our potential. Every day we are gifted with the power to choose. We can choose how we respond to challenges, how we engage with the world, and how we treat ourselves and others. This power is not something to be taken lightly. It is a profound responsibility, for our choices are what define us. The life we live is not an accident, it is the result of the choices we make consciously or unconsciously at every moment. And with each choice, we have the ability to change the direction of our lives to align more closely with who we are and who we wish to become. When we embrace the power of choice, we realize that we are never helpless. Even in the face of adversity, we always have the ability to choose our attitude, our response, and our path forward. The power to shape our destiny lies within us, and it begins with the choices we make today. Through the choices we make, we can create a life of fulfillment, purpose, and connection aligned with our highest potential. Karma, as a universal law of cause and effect, teaches us that we are not victims of the world we inhabit. The circumstances we face, the challenges we encounter, and the experiences we undergo are not arbitrary or random. They are the result of actions and decisions that have been made, either by us or through the interconnectedness of all beings. The idea of being a victim of karma is a misunderstanding of its true nature. Karma is not about fate or punishment, it is about responsibility and the power we hold in shaping our lives. When we view ourselves as victims of karma, we are essentially surrendering our power and our agency. We begin to believe that we are at the mercy of circumstances, that life is happening to us rather than through us. This perspective keeps us trapped in a mindset of helplessness, where we feel powerless to change the course of our lives. We may blame others or external forces for the hardships we face, thinking that we are being punished or mistreated by some unseen hand. However, this outlook fails to recognize the underlying truth of karma, that our actions, both past and present, are what create the conditions we experience. The reality of karma is that we are always participants, not passive observers. Every thought, every word, every action we take sends ripples into the universe. These ripples come back to us, often in ways that reflect the energy we put out. If we are experiencing hardship, it is not because we are being punished, it is because we are encountering the consequences of past actions, decisions, or mindsets. But this does not mean we are victims, it simply means we have the opportunity to learn, to grow, and to change. If we can accept this, we move into a place of empowerment. We understand that our actions, thoughts, and intentions have consequences and that we are the creators of our own reality. The suffering we may experience is not an external judgment, but a reflection of the choices we've made in the past, whether consciously or unconsciously. And the beautiful thing about karma is that we can change it. Even if we have created negative karma in the past, we are not bound to it. We have the power at any moment to choose differently, to act with awareness and compassion, and to shift the trajectory of our lives. When we stop seeing ourselves as victims, we begin to take responsibility for our lives. We realize that the power to change is within us. We can break free from patterns of suffering by making conscious decisions to act in alignment with higher principles: love, compassion, integrity, and kindness. Each new moment offers an opportunity to create positive karma, to transform our energy, and to shift the circumstances that no longer serve us. This understanding also helps us extend compassion to others. When we encounter people who are suffering or behaving in ways that seem harmful, it's important to remember that they too are not victims. They are simply navigating the consequences of their past actions just as we are. This insight encourages us to respond to others with empathy rather than judgment, recognizing that everyone is caught in the cycle of cause and effect. In this way, karma teaches us to act with greater understanding and kindness, for we all are on a journey of learning and growth, constantly shaping our paths with the choices we make. In addition, karma invites us to let go of the desire for revenge or retribution. If someone wrongs us, it is easy to fall into the mindset of wanting to get even or to blame them for our pain. But when we understand karma as cause and effect, we recognize that they too are experiencing the results of their own actions. Instead of seeking to harm or punish them, we can choose to act with compassion, knowing that their own karma will naturally return to them, just as ours does. The key is not to dwell on their actions, but to focus on our own. By responding with kindness and wisdom, we transform the energy of the situation and break the cycle of negativity. Karma also teaches us that nothing is fixed. The idea of being a victim implies that our circumstances are unchangeable, that we are stuck in a predetermined situation. But the truth is that karma is not a sentence, it is a fluid and dynamic process. If we don't like the circumstances we are experiencing, we can change them. We can change the way we think, the way we act, and the way we interact with others. By shifting our mindset, cultivating positive intentions, and acting with greater awareness, we can transform not only our own lives, but the world around us. There are no victims in karma because we are all active participants in the unfolding of our lives. We are all co-creators of our experiences, shaping them through the energy we put into the world. Karma is not about blame or punishment, it is about understanding the law of cause and effect and realizing that we are empowered to change the course of our lives. When we embrace this understanding, we no longer see ourselves as victims. We see ourselves as powerful beings capable of transforming our circumstances and creating a future that aligns with our highest potential. As we step into each day, let us remember that we are not passive observers of our lives, but active creators of our destinies. The choices we make, the actions we take, and the intentions we set ripple through the universe, shaping the reality we experience. By embracing the understanding of karma, we empower ourselves to take responsibility for our lives, knowing that every moment offers us the chance to choose a new path, to transform our circumstances, and to align more closely with the highest version of ourselves. There are no victims in karma, only co-creators in an intricate dance of cause and effect. We are the authors of our stories, and the beauty of life lies in the fact that we can always choose to write a new chapter. So let us choose with awareness, with kindness and with intention, knowing that the energy we put into the world today will come back to us tomorrow, shaping a future filled with possibility, growth and harmony. May we walk forward with the wisdom that our actions today create the life we experience tomorrow. And may we always remember that the power to shape our destiny lies within us.